Drugs are bad, okay? You got me, Charlie.
You repeated it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure that people understand that drugs are bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are many ways to support the show. We have a Beacons page with affiliate links. You can buy stuff, all of our social media. So you can follow us or join the Discord. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified when new episodes are put up. But you can join us weekly on Saturdays and Sundays currently for our two ongoing shows.
Woohoo!
We can go around and have everyone introduce themselves and who they are playing. And the icebreaker generator today gave us, what was the last thing you did that gave you childlike joy? That's a bit of a wholesome one.
I can go first. I'm Jenna, and I will be playing Roxy DeMarco, aka Calamity. And the last thing that gave Calamity childlike joy was beating up Henry's mom.
Okay, that's valid.
To tie your shoe and you feel so accomplished as a small kid. Like that.
I'll go next. I'm Tess, and I play Sylvie, aka Valkyrie. And I would say the last time she actually felt childlike joy was probably when she told Hecate that she'd teach her what blue tasted like before jumping into a portal. Because it's been a shit show ever since.
I fucking love that moment. That was
Everything
so good.
was all fun and games until we went through that goddamn portal.
I think that it's because we still don't know what blue tastes like.
I have to rectify that.
I'm Maria. I play Elena, aka Easy Living, and I don't know. Has she ever experienced childlike joy?
She's dissociating too much to experience childlike joy.
Probably when we had all of the plants and we were teaching them things.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was probably the last time. Things have been crazy ever since we went through that damn portal.
The damn portal. The timey-wimey shit fucked up our whole lives, man. Roxy got a clone.
Bree, you're muted. I wish I could just automatically unmute people, but I have to ask to unmute, which is...
That would cause problems if I'm, like, talking to my cat.
That would be hilarious.
That's the last time.
My screen, though, and you might see it if it's, like, in the center of the screen.
Yeah. I'm Brianna. I play Cynthia Evans, otherwise known as Echo, and I think the last time she experienced childlike joy was just, like, that brief moment after she realized that, yes, Hecate did remember who she was.
Aww. That's so cute.
That's so sweet.
I know. Our super mommy. It's our super mommy.
All right. So let's remember back, far, far back, to the last session of Jukebox Justice.
Do you remember that session?
Vaguely.
I don't. So. I remember that Roxy beat up Henry's mom the session before that, and then Cynthia yelled at Joe slightly.
No, that was that session.
Oh, well, Cynthia yelled at Joe slightly.
The team got back to the city and found Iron Maiden getting into it with Parhelia and Rivet. And while the team prepared to head in that direction, another explosion went off to the east, so Cynthia and Elena diverted to go see what that was about.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm. Coyote and Roxy helped knock out Iron Maiden before things could get too intense, since there was already some pretty significant collateral damage going on. And Cynthia and Elena found Rampage just riding a guy in a mech suit outside of Rick Labs. Just as you do.
I mean,
the two
it's
of
not
them,
unexpected for Rampage.
as a distraction to sneak inside and pilfer some files and some samples before meeting up with the rest of the group to discuss the Iron Maiden situation, which is a big situation. Cynthia also learned that Sarah had stolen the registry documents from City Hall, and she, after looking over them, burnt them. Yeah, a valid course of action, honestly. And Joe and Henry also had a heart-to-heart over everything that happened with the protests and the shooting and just their general relationship, which gave Joe
the bright idea.
Made him feel like a relationship guru because he was like, I know how to communicate.
And I went to therapy once.
It's been a couple times. We montaged it.
Okay. I've been to therapy 3 times, so obviously
I'm an expert.
The next time that he does something where he's not opening up emotionally,
Cynthia's gonna
have a field day.
Yes, I'm here for it.
I can't wait for that because Roxy likes to just look at him with a raised eyebrow, like whenever he does hypocritical things, just like,
All my characters hold grudges because I like to pull out plot details from several episodes back and just smack people with them.
I like this. I like how petty Cynthia can be about that stuff. Roxy does not remember that shit happening, so I mean she might, but like she's not enough to hold a grudge. She's kind of got like a goldfish brain.
Sylvie is just terrified of Cynthia right now, and it's fine.
Oh, fine. Roxy's proud that Cynthia didn't literally just like tear Joe's entire ego to shreds because she for sure thought that was going to happen. She was like, uh-oh.
He's a dead man.
You should go tell her that she needs to talk to us. Go do that. See how that goes.
I thought he was going to take a route that would piss her off more, but he was just, it was like a moment where I was like, oh, you're just dumb.
Cynthia was like, oh,
idiot.
He's just an idiot. Okay, well.
Yeah. All right.
We'll take pity on the idiot.
I roll a 13, so you get a team today.
Hell yeah.
You have 2 team.
2 team.
Okay. So, everyone had reconvened back at the base. And I'll let all of you kind of decide where to start, because I know that we were sort of expecting maybe a conversation between Cynthia and Sylvie over Sylvie leading Joe to a conclusion. Whether or not Cynthia would actually initiate that, I leave up to you. You also have...
Cynthia's not planning to bring it up.
Okay. You also have the normal filing cabinet as well as the Brook Labs samples.
That's right. We stole so many filing cabinets.
We have so many files.
So many files.
I bet you that Cynthia is super happy since like her gig is reading the files. She read so many files this entire episode. All we're doing is reading files.
Less happy given the nature of the files.
Yeah, that's true. I do believe Roxy talked with Cynthia briefly about not wanting, like, going through all the files together because Cynthia wanted a chance to go through the
normal filing cabinet.
The normal files before anybody got
their grubby little paws on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Is Sylvie going to do anything about what happened, or is she just gonna wait for Cynthia?
Sylvie isn't going to push Cynthia because she recognizes that Cynthia will talk about what she wants to talk about in her own time.
That's so weird.
It was more of this guy, like, Joe, I love him, but he will go and spend 3 days chasing a false lead. And she's like, if Cynthia's going to hate me for pointing this out to Joe, I can deal with it. She's already pissed at me, but I'm not going to pursue it any further, and I'll let Cynthia come to her own conclusions. I'm also about to announce something that's going to piss Cynthia off even more, so it's fine.
Just do it all at once, like a Band-Aid.
Yeah. Multiple Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
More like nipple pasties, just quick. All the pain it's going to cause.
Oh, boy.
Also, one of the other threads was Elena potentially going to meet Rewind at the bank tower on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Roxy's down for that.
Oh.
Low drama. That guy's kind of kooky and weird. Roxy likes him. He's kind of weird.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think the first rule of the polycule is we don't push Cynthia to do anything she doesn't want to do.
Exactly. I think that's where we're at.
We don't force Cynthia to talk about things she's not ready to talk about.
Second rule is Sylvie has definitely learned the value of honesty and telling everyone everything. So
that's why Roxy always just tells Cynthia, even if she's going to do something stupid, and Cynthia's going to be like, I disagree with this. And Roxy's going to be like,
yeah.
Okay.
Noted.
But as far as the information leads, you have Cynthia, were you gonna go in any one direction or kind of just leave everything for now?
Cynthia was gonna look through the normal file cabinet. I don't know if she had a. I don't think I had like a specific sorting plan in mind.
Okay.
So it would depend on like the nature of the files in the first place.
Yeah. You can go off and start sorting through all of that. And it's a lot of it is just kind of it's not very well organized because Roxy and Elena were basically just filling this filing cabinet with whatever they could find. It does look like there is so you find various bits of information. It looks like each of the campers had their own file. So who they were, their power set, what sort of like experiments were done, and like the outcomes of those, as well as just some other process notes as far as the different types of methods they could use, how they went about developing those methods, etc. You can gather, I don't have a specific list, but you can gather a list of like scientist names of people who were there, employed, working on this stuff. You do not find your own record in there, but some other notable kids who were there. You do find Leah's record. Are you gonna like read through each of these to get a sense of the baseline information, or just look?
Probably read about like the powers information.
Okay.
Just because she likes to know what's on the horizon.
Okay. So for Leah, it looks like originally her powers affected the density of objects.
Oh.
And then tried several methods to neutralize that, and similar case to what happened to you. It went wrong, and it looks like one of the last experiment records they have is that she ended up crushing part of the lab facility.
Also, sorry for the strange expressions. Captain's running around like a madman.
And we love him for it.
Yeah.
You find records for a boy named Ethan, not someone you remember, but his initial power set was being able to manipulate drawings, so he could do like stick figures and animate them like films and such. Again, things got out of control, and looks like he started to be able to bend reality to his will and change colors and appearance of objects to resemble paintings, which sounds like one of the cabins that you ran into.
Yep.
And I think one of the other most notable ones is that you find a record for Eddie. And there is I think it's just when you open this file, it's shockingly like normal, because there's a picture of just a sad looking child with long dark hair. No, like normal eyes.
Hey, 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go wrangle the cat. Captain's the captain now. So the rest of the team is is having tea, I presume. Just hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out.
pretty much.
Elena's probably cleaning in the lab, organizing stuff she knows how to organize.
I don't.
In case Cynthia needs something, somebody's right there, but she's not being obnoxious.
Yeah, I think Roxy's probably making like a dinner or something for them, and like
Fair.
some tea or some coffee or whatever they got. Hot beverages and things like that. Maybe Sylvie's helping, but not touching like the stove or
Yeah.
the microwave.
Sylvie
Remember
would
that
be
time that the
directing the
microwave kept
plans.
walking away? We don't want to repeat of
Throwing
that.
legs. What the oh
Alright.
my god. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, no.
now?
He yeeted himself up on top of the fridge. And that never ends well. Sometimes he forgets how to get down and just starts
Oh,
screaming.
no.
Oh.
Poor Captain.
He's not the brightest, but he's very cute.
Big smooth brain energy. Yes, but
Eddie.
yes, you find a record for Eddie and flip it open, and there's just a picture of a sad-looking child with long dark hair, normal eyes. Does not resemble what you saw when you were down in the base, or what. I don't know if Elena and Roxy recounted their appearance, but if they did, is not an exact match for that description.
Well, I mean, Cynthia saw Eddie when she snuck down the first time.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And it looks like their initial ability was communicating with animals. And then as the experiments went on, started to take on animalistic characteristics.
Interesting.
So those are really like the big ones. Some of the others are more of the mainstream, like more common power sets, speed, strength.
Makes sense. Yeah, she'll get anything useful out of there.
Okay. Yeah, what are you gonna do after you finish sorting through all of it?
I don't think there's anything in there that she would find incriminating enough or personal enough that she'd care about them seeing, so they can have at it.
Okay.
She's gonna go and probably start running some tests on the vials from the lab.
Okay. I'll say that at this point, it's definitely been a while since you picked up some of the vials, so...
Some are refrigerated.
Yes.
Some are not.
Yes. The ones that you refrigerated look like they did when you picked them up. The ones that weren't have turned an awful brown color.
Yes. That's also part of the experiment because I want to see what's in the original ones and then compare that to what's in the new ones because that level of degradation is interesting and she wants to know what's causing it.
Sciencey mumbo jumbo.
Is it
So
organic?
yeah, breaking down the composition, essentially, you, can tell sort of what you already know, that these are designed to synthesize superpowers, basically. And it's got a similar composition to, like, a steroid.
Okay.
And I think you'd definitely be able to tell with your background that this formula has not been perfected, so in its current state, it is still very unstable. And that is really what has led to the degradation of the non-refrigerated vials. It basically, like, I guess, like, power and energy within the formula burned itself out.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Well, she'll catalog her findings and I just sort of think through things.
Okay. Oh. Anything the rest of you would like to do, or are you just gonna enjoy a night in and have some snacks?
I think if Cynthia doesn't come out eventually, like after a fair amount of time, I think Sylvie will go and grab her and say, I have something I need to tell you and the girls.
Okay.
You walk in and Cynthia just looks up from a microscope.
Yeah. And I don't want to keep it to myself.
Should I be worried?
Debatable.
Okay.
And I think she'll go
Okay.
back and she'll lead Cynthia back to where the other two are. And as she does, she pulls off the gloves she's been wearing for the past couple weeks and holds out her palm where there is this spider webbing dark mark from the center of it. And she says, I think our wiggle room with the Fae is running out and they're going to be suspicious very soon, if not already.
What do you want to do about it?
As of this moment, I don't really have a plan. It's more of, I feel like there's something imminently coming. I don't know what. And it depends on if it's just Leo or if they escalate it. And I'm not sure what that means for us. I'm not sure what that means for me as a whole, considering what is on the line. But I did not want to keep this from you any longer.
Sylvie, as you're explaining this, the mark on your palm throbs.
I think she does hiss at the pain that...
It's more of like a dull ache.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Did the mark show up when you made the deal and it's gotten bigger, or has it shown up recently?
It's been within the past few days, right, Charlie?
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, you still had you had the scar, but the appearance has only changed recently.
Yeah, so.
So it showed up since you owe them something.
Since I've owed them something and I haven't
Paid
on what I owe.
Your deal is with Leo specifically?
It was with Leo specifically. But I'm more concerned about what Leo might represent.
Ah. You don't know much about... Sorry, I'm just spacing out. They, them, he, him,
Them.
Them. You don't know much about their allegiances?
I have more concerns about their allegiances, more so. If Leo chooses to escalate this will go to the Huntsman.
That does not sound good at all.
And if that's the case, it's not some lower level Fae we're dealing with.
I'm assuming this isn't the kind of problem that can be brute forced.
You need a lot of brute force.
I think that's a little beyond what we have.
At the current moment, yes.
How do deals work?
Typically, the Fae do not make deals that they don't get more out of in the bargain. And in this case, the deal in question is connected via me. And the deal in question is not being fulfilled on this side. Nor do I plan to fulfill it on this side.
So, just as a reminder, the deal was for help with the werewolf problem in exchange for collectively our souls.
Yes.
But the souls could be collected at any point. Like whenever we die, I guess.
I'm guessing they were expecting quick deaths in light of the werewolf problem.
Ah.
And furthermore, it might be my intent is now corrupting the deal into showing that I do not plan on fulfilling my portion. I'm not entirely sure. It's not normally, does not normally get to this level.
They usually do something about it.
Yes.
The huntsman?
I think it's more so the huntsman might become involved considering the individuals in question.
Why?
Leo has rank, and I was initially part of the same rank. And before I made my choices, and I don't know if it still has merit, but if it does, they might take more of an interest and take this as fully choosing the side.
Without the deal, would they come after you?
Without the deal, I'm not much. I can't really throw too much of a wrench into their plans. I'm only one person. I think in part, you all are unique in the fact that you were what finally drew me away from them. You're what made me realize what I was. I think they're more interest in that than anything else, and what forced me to change.
Is it the hunt specifically that goes after souls, or fae in general?
The hunt's purpose is normally souls. The fae will go after a multitude of things. It depends on what is valued. A soul is never going to be turned down, but the hunt focuses more on it to replenish their ranks. And
so, collecting souls to replenish the ranks and a similar process of forgetting?
perhaps, I don't know if my case was unique or not. I was more the initial aspect of infiltrating areas rather than the final wrap up of collection.
Are there ways to break a deal without?
There's been rumors of things. Humans have stories like Tamlin, things like that, where deals were able to be broken, loopholes, people reclaimed.
How good are you at fairy legalese?
I think, can help, but I think starting with a lawyer would probably be the best.
A fairy
We can-
lawyer.
Yeah.
Do we know
Fairy
any
lawyer.
fae lawyers?
Well, we know werewolf lawyers.
I don't think
We
that's
could
the
start
same.
with that.
Oh my
It
god.
is a start.
Look at Old Miss. There's normally a kernel of truth in there somewhere.
So you don't currently have ideas for how to do something about this, right?
Not currently. It was more of full disclosure informant than anything else.
Do you know what pace that mark has been increasing at?
Charlie, do I have a vague idea? I mean, it hasn't changed much since that initial shift, has it?
Maybe very gradually. It's not been a big shift, probably just the spider web threads might have extended a little bit.
Okay. I'll give Echo a basic rundown of how much it's grown, if I have noticed it, really.
Are the terms of your deal written, spoken, both, or something else?
Spoken and obviously bonded through the mark.
You know the exact wording?
I'm sure Sylvie remembers it. Tess doesn't, but
What if we say it backwards? You think that would work?
I mean,
I met a magician once that worked for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's also myths that turning your clothing around backwards keeps the fae away. So I can't attest if that's actually true. No one's really tried it around me, but
Not Roxy in the background, like trying to get her suit.
Thus begins the montage of tracking down every like wild tall tale of how the Fae work and just trying them all.
I mean, we also know of a library that the Fae may or may not keep records in.
Are the Fae really allergic to iron?
Roxy, I've touched so much iron.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's not true. All right.
Do Fae have generalized weaknesses?
It's more where our powers are individualized, so our weaknesses tend to be too.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
So, a Fae library has records.
Might also have some interesting tools we could potentially locate.
Do you think we're currently in a place where we could pull off that kind of heist?
I think it's more of keeping the heist in mind and prioritizing what we have. So if we find information in the files, perhaps checking out those leads or letting that settle, getting anything related to that in motion before embarking on another cross-dimensional trip.
Fair enough.
Seeing as our last one went as it did.
Yeah.
Granted, we might have a little more solid of portals, but you never know.
Okay. I went through the normal files. There's nothing we could immediately use. There's a list of scientists, and there are files of people who they worked on. That is pretty substantial proof. Even if normal disavows knowledge, we still have the records.
Let's start.
The problem is also dealing with Councilman Evans and his ability to spin things.
That always seems to be a problem.
It's the only thing he's good at.
There's really no way to remove him without martyrdom, really.
He's pretty entrenched.
Very unfortunate.
There's no real way to implicate him in any way that would also tarnish him in his following's eyes. That doesn't have equal backfire potential at this point.
in theory, we found evidence that he was also involved in a program that purposefully gave people powers that could delegitimize him a little. Paints him as, say, wanting to have things more under his control, because only he's the one who can deal with that. Then again, having evidence that he was involved with depowering people could also be damning, but it's not there. There's no file on me. If I try to prove that I was there, it's my word against his, and that's not a fight I win.
Would they have a pseudonym or something?
We need more of a master file than what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go back. We can always go back.
True.
We would have to know what we're looking for.
Put feelers out on the scientist names that you have and see if there's a common connection between the two of them or all of them.
That I know how to do.
The other thing is we should probably back up any files we have that we are considering using as evidence to have multiple copies in case something should happen.
Pictures work. Scan. I guess it'd be like faxes at that point. Is that a 1950s thing?
I don't think fax machines existed in the 50s, but I don't know. It's more like an 80s thing.
Fair enough.
The telephone fax was invented in 1964.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wandy is snoring back there.
I love this for her. All right. Well, the 1950s did have cameras, so we can probably take pictures of the documents.
Yeah. If we develop the film, we should. Oh my god, angry. If we develop the film, we should not keep it here, or make copies. Maybe Hecate can keep copies for us.
She's
There
not good hiding places.
Is a rudimentary fax machine that uses wire transmission.
Ah. Oh. All right.
There we go.
It looks like.
So you could just fax it to yourself.
Yeah. They're called
Have
wire
multiple
photos.
copies.
All right. So we have 2 filing cabinets, right?
Yeah.
No, it was
One-
just one.
We have collections of stuff from Rook's Labs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the next step would be going through just the piles of paper that they managed to grab on their way out. Or pieces of paper, however many there are.
Whatever. We just grab stuff.
Just
Not
snatched
all
them.
the things.
Yeah, basically what you got from Rook Labs is just chemistry notes on the formula. Probably
Those are useful to her, I think.
I think you probably managed to get a few iterations.
It's a starting point, though. Might be the kind of thing to bring Henry in on, because chemistry isn't Cynthia's main expertise.
It's certainly not my expertise.
So we can help a little bit, but she only took a couple classes.
I passed the
For like a
classes,
couple
but that's
weeks.
not-
Yeah.
I will say that Henry is not currently in the base, but you can touch base.
Yeah.
Base with her later.
She has a communicator.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mother has a communicator.
Everyone.
Literally, we have our own cell phone network going.
Just one big group chat.
God.
Fuck.
There's different
Hecate's gonna
frequencies.
kill us. Rampage is gonna ask us something weird. I know it.
I don't think that Rampage would have a way to contact Hecate, though.
No, you're right. She has her own like little call code. Are we Kim Possible now? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's nighttime at this point.
I think so.
Probably nearing it, yeah.
All right.
At least around dinner time.
I think what Cynthia's going to do is finish up her notes on everything, and then, unless somebody needs her for something, she's going on patrol.
You want company?
Sure.
Do you
Well,
want
you know.
all the company, or do you just want one company?
Dealer's choice.
It would be nice to do something all together, even if it is beating up bad guys.
All right, then.
All right, let's all hold hands, though.
Max, I need both my hands to fight.
All right.
Sylvie's
all
also
right.
like, the curse mark hurts a little bit, so probably not.
Has she told us about that yet?
I mean, she did make a face when, like, it started
Mhm.
aching, so.
All right, fine. We don't have to hold hands.
Sylvie will give Roxy a hug, though.
Yeah, Roxy's just gonna. She has to kind of like reach up to give Sylvie, like put arms around Sylvie, but the other girls are fine. They know. Are you gonna fly, Elena? Are you gonna ride on somebody's bike?
Flying is faster. I can see a little bit more.
Okay.
Might be easier to have two in the air, two on bikes, then.
Sure.
Sure.
You two can fly, and well, unless Sylvie wants to adopt a little wing form.
No, Sylvia's okay taking the stag. It's fine.
You
All
have to
right.
you have to walk it regularly.
Yeah, Toby hasn't been out recently.
Toby needs
routine
attention.
exercise.
Otherwise, he gets crabby.
Oh
Eats
yeah.
people.
He may have
Bites
Joe.
Tony.
He gets hangry.
Tony's not around to bite, so it must be Joe.
Yeah, it is totally Joe.
I thought Toby liked him now.
Toby does
Yeah.
like him. It does not mean Toby stops biting him.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
biting.
bites are
and,
love.
like you can absolutely
Love
bite
bites.
people you like.
To be honest, Toby turned into a dog in the alternate universe, but he is definitely more of a cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I've got to step away for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
No worries.
Go wrangle the cat.
Chaos.
Yes.
Chaos cat.
I was basically just gonna say that it's actually a really low-key night on patrol. Maybe you stop like a couple muggings or break-ins or something, but real low-level crime.
Mhm.
I imagine you pass within the sort of vicinity of City Hall and see that crews are already picking up or trying to repair the damage from the Iron Maiden debacle.
Roxy just starts whistling as they walk past that.
Wasn't me.
Completely innocent. To be fair, Roxy probably minimized some damage, although all that concrete damage might be her fault. She's not really
Fine.
sure. She's gonna blame it on Iron Maiden, though.
There's also increased security around City Hall.
I imagine so, yeah. Don't
But-
get shot again. That's
more so
Roxy's fault.
because Sarah stole the registry.
Oh, so true.
It's fine.
We fucking love Sarah for that, though.
MVP. But yeah, it's
Sarah's Kim Possible.
Yes. Yeah, I think probably whenever you want to wrap things up, if you want to stay out all night or maybe head home at like 2-3 in the morning, you can. So you finally caught a break a little bit.
What? That never happens. Charlie, what are you planning?
So much shit. It's fine.
I thought I'd be nice. I can be nice, right?
You can. You're capable of that.
See, we really should have picked up an evil GM hoodie for Tuxley.
They had so many. We should have just asked them.
Yeah, I forgot to go back. I'm sorry.
Next time maybe.
Just
But-
email them. Can I have a
Honestly,
hoodie,
I might
please?
just email them and say, hey, hoodie, please.
Gimme, please.
Gimme. Yeah. So you can head back to wherever you're sleeping. Which is various places for various
yeah.
people.
Lena will go back to the estate. No particular reason, just
cause.
it's a little quieter over there.
Less people know where it is.
Mm. Well, I mean, it would be in the phone book, but
Less superheroes know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sylvia will probably stay a little later at the base just to like make notes on the mark so we can track it a little better and like how it's growing and everything, and draw some sketches out of what it's looking like in both like her normal vision and health vision / tether vision. Just do basic visual observational stuff.
Yeah, I'd say with your tether vision, it very much is a little luminescent. It's kind of like a shiny silver. Whereas everything else, when you're in that view, is sort of dark and see-through.
Mm-hmm.
Dark and transparent, so definitely a difference. But is there anything anyone had in mind to do? Otherwise, we could skip forward a couple days to where Elena was going to go talk to Rewind.
We were also going to go see Eddie, and we were
Yeah.
gonna bring some food. We were gonna bring a grilled cheese and some soup and
hot chocolate, I think.
and
And
hot chocolate.
Sylvia's turning into some kind of animal for Eddie.
Not a
Hippo.
dog.
Not a dog, because Eddie doesn't like dogs.
No, you asked Eddie what his favorite animal was.
Hippopotamus.
A
wasn't
It was a
hippopotamus.
hippo, yes.
A glitter hippo. You got to be
Yeah.
a glitter hippo, but
Yeah.
probably maybe like once we get in, because I don't know how we can get a hippo
Yeah,
down the
no.
stairs.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Also, Sylvie makes sure that Joe's plant horse is okay and surviving and
Yeah.
well tended to.
It's fine. It's in good shape.
So he can have his childlike joy of riding horses.
Right. But you can you can drop by the lab, visit Eddie, give them some food and such. I don't know if
Food and supplies.
I don't know if there was anything specific you want to talk to them about, or just make a note that you did that, but
I don't think we're gonna get any crazy good information from Eddie, to be honest with you.
I think Eddie is incredibly traumatized
Yeah.
and just needs to be protected a little bit.
perhaps. But
That's not
Tues-
ominous.
Tuesday night rolls around.
7 p.m. at the clock tower.
7 p.m. at the Bank Tower. Are you going alone, Elena?
Who do
Rocky
you
said
want?
she'd go
Yeah,
with.
I go with.
Rewind
like
didn't
Ro-
specifically say to come alone, so I will bring Roxy.
This buddy system is very important. If you're not going to have a buddy, then you have to have a potato. That's how this buddy system works.
Or Freya. Freya could also work as a potato, just
Mm.
because.
She could be a potato cat with a portal power.
Yeah.
We might scare the clock man if we bring the cat with the portal, though. Like if we just portal in with the fey cat, that would be very disconcerting for
A lot of people.
yeah, he's a very nervous guy. I don't think that he'd like it if we just portaled in.
Probably not.
Nah.
Do you want Sylvie on aerial lookout, or
Sure.
how worried are you about ambushes at this point?
Not very. We've kind of thrown caution to the wind,
True.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll still
which
be
we probably
aerial.
shouldn't have, considering we abandoned Iron Maiden somewhere.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm like, she's somewhere. She
It's
knows what
fine.
Hap and most of us look like.
It's fine.
So Sylvia, are you gonna be like a bird?
Bird,
something
bat,
else.
something.
Okay. You can
If it's
find...
evening, probably something more nighttime-esque.
Okay. You can find a place to perch. Maybe there's like a building with a gargoyle across the street. You can be a little bat on top of the gargoyle.
Nice, nice.
Is
But
Sylvie notating how the gargoyle is built to try and mimic it later? Yes.
oh my god.
A glitter goyle. A glitter goyle. Is she going to perch on City Hall as a glitter goyle?
Yes.
Just
Goodness.
to fuck with John Evans.
Right.
But make the glitter goyle sexy. Why does it have such long, luxurious legs?
Mm.
Okay. But Easy Living and Calamity, when you get up into the bank tower, Rewind is already there, and he's wearing a more pared down version of his costume. Does not have the record player on his chest, but it's just sporting like jeans and a hoodie and
A mask.
Yeah, a mask. And he's just laying on his back, his legs stretched out, hands like under his head, staring up at the sky.
Hello.
Hey, friend.
He tilts his head backwards to look at you two and says, "Oh, you came."
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
asked.
we said we'd be here, so we're here.
Yeah, I guess. And he'll kind of like
Do
pull
you
his
know
legs.
something that we are supposed to know?
Probably. So
I-
I can zip through time.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe something happened in one of the realities. I don't know. This timey-wimey stuff is confusing for my brain.
He pulls his knees into his chest and then rocks forward, so he's sitting in a cross-legged position. It just says, I can't just see all of time." So
Well, that's probably a good thing because that might fuck you up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot, you know, whatever.
Probably a lot. Yeah, probably a lot.
Have you thought any more about going to therapy?
I mean, I don't
I
really
know a
have-
guy.
This is true.
Is it like some seedy underbelly therapy ring?
Roxy does not think that it is. No. Nah, he's totally legit. He's a very sweet old man. And he has a very legitimate therapy practice where he helps lots of supers and or werewolves.
Well, sometimes the werewolves fall under the supers category.
This does. That's a true story.
That's a delineation.
Well, you know, we had a pretty bad werewolf problem for a hot minute there in Halcyon.
The city
so,
was lousy with them.
yeah, they were gonna like take things over or whatever.
So did they all just disappear?
No,
of them.
no, we freed them from the evil tyrant dictator. Now they're free wolves.
Some of them left town. Some of them didn't. Some
Some of
go
them
to
are dead.
therapy.
Not
Some of
dead.
them are dead.
They're we didn't kill any of them except for the one guy, but I don't think he really it was
He may not
time.
have existed anyway.
Well, I think he was already past
Superhero,
his
you know?
expiration date, so like we just kind of, broke the magic on the thing that would kept him alive for a long time. He was big. He was like 40 feet tall.
Yeah.
That was the tyrant, the mega wolf, mega alpha wolf, whatever.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on. Why are we here again? Were we just checking in?
I honestly don't know.
I don't remember.
I mean, like, the last time we were
Nobody remembers
around
why
each other, a lot was happening. I think... I don't know.
To make sure the timeline's okay. Should we just meet for, I can bring like snacks or something, or like a little meal, and we could just have a picnic, and then you could tell us if there's anything any fuckery that we need to know about. Like there may or may not be a Fae problem in Halcyon now that we've got rid of the werewolf problem. Now we've got Fae problems.
I'm not like an... You understand, I'm not like an oracle, right?
What's an oracle?
I don't...
Is that like a whale?
No, it is someone who can see the future.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Cassandra in Greek mythology.
I'm
Like-
not
like
I'm
a
not all
seer.
knowing.
Oh, okay.
So I can just reverse time.
We should probably just get you a communicator so you can call
I
us if
have
you need us.
one.
We gave them one.
Then I have no idea what we're doing, and I'm sorry. A lot has happened. But it's nice to see you again, Mr. Rewind.
Oh, I think we wanted to bring Cynthia, but the Rewind's adverse to having someone poke around in their brain, which is fine.
I don't know that Cynthia wants to see what's in there.
I don't remember why we were meeting Rewind, to be honest with you.
You remember?
Well,
The offer stands if you want to meet a team leader and have them gently poke your brain, or
Nope. I'm good.
All right.
that's fine.
If you
If
want,
not, I hear therapy works for a lot of people.
therapy is very helpful.
I'm not averse to therapy, but
All right, let me give you his card. She just pulls his business card out of her. I imagine that she made Cynthia make sure that there were pockets in the suits, hidden pockets, and she just hands him a card.
he'll tuck it into his jeans pocket.
Sometimes having somebody to talk about it with helps. I know it helps me when I see all the fucked up shit that we see in our stuff.
Yeah. Even if you don't like it, you don't have to keep going.
That's true. That's true.
If I knew this was gonna be a chill night, I could have brought my record player and we can just listen to some tunes.
That would have been fun.
Yeah. I mean, you have a communicator. You can always, if you ever want to hang out, sometimes we patrol, but
We really need a bar in Halcyon, or like a recreational space for like supers, where we can just like hang out. Maybe secretive from like the non-supers, so like.
I feel like if there was a public one, it would be stormed with regularity.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we need a speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
I was gonna say a super secret clubhouse,
That
but
is-
I like that one better. Easy.
What is that?
It's like when they had like the bars. They were back when they weren't
Remember,
allowed to drink.
30 years ago.
Well, none of us were alive. 30, especially not me. I'm a lot younger than I look. Anyways,
me
Ah,
too.
Eye roll from Sylvie.
Yeah.
She can clearly hear you guys, but like she's not gonna say anything. But she's
Yeah.
like, I was here 30 years ago, guys.
We always forget. You look so young. So beautiful and so young. Anyways, yeah, so we don't remember that, but I remember because my uncle Paulie talked about like his family came into some money or something around some sort of owning some sort of speakeasy business or something.
Elena's still confused.
It's back when they didn't allow alcohol in the US, they had underground bars where they served moonshine, basically.
You can just tax the alcohol and then take the money. Why would you make it illegal? That's stupid.
I'm not saying that the government always makes the best decisions, but they do.
It's so dumb.
Today's
Yeah, I mean, in
The past
Germany,
couple
they would
weeks
never
have
do
been
that.
valid representation of that.
That is true. They can't tax supers though. Well, they could, but that would.
That would involve knowing who are the supers, and then that is a whole debacle that we are dealing with now.
Well, also, how are they going to make us pay the extra taxes?
I'm sure if anybody can figure it out, John Evans could.
I'm sure he could. Unless somebody pops his head like a grape or something.
We agreed
Just-
we would not do that.
I said somebody, not us. Just, it's a hypothetical situation. I mean, he's already pissed off all the supers in the city pretty much, so.
That's true.
There's a lot of people with powers. I'm sure there's some that can pop heads
That's true.
like grapes. Other than you. And me.
I think Coyote could if he put his mind to it.
I think so. I think that probably Cynthia could too. And if we're honest, Sylvie probably could too. She's got different ways to do that though. Maybe like a super strong plant that just like, or like a crocodile, a glitterdile. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. Is there anything else that we need to ask Rewind while we're here?
I don't think so. I don't remember why we wanted to meet Rewind.
I don't either.
Oh,
Well, you could call us if you want to hang out, get a beer or something sometime, or maybe I'll work on getting a soup easy going. I've been looking for something to do ever since I found out I'm a clone and somebody else has my life, and decided to go another direction with my own life. Anyways,
It happens.
I'm a clone of not a super. That's weird. They did something weird with my DNA.
did you read therapy about that?
Oh, I grew up in a house with a
Oh,
therapist.
she
Wait, no, I
goes-
didn't really. Okay, it's very complicated because like I have like all the memories implanted of the girl that I was cloned from. So like in theory, I have all of I have all of the same coping skills, so but yeah, I sort of go to therapy. Sorta. I might need to process this a little more though. Now that I'm talking about it.
I kind of sounds like you might.
It sounds like that, huh?
Yeah. Now that I say it out loud, I see what you mean, and I might need to process this a little more emotionally. Huh. Good insight.
Bro, don't say the quiet part out loud.
All right. Well, as long as you're okay, it was good to see you. I assume Roxy is giving him snacks and drinks because she's just always bringing that kind of shit,
He happily takes the drinks and snacks.
Yeah. And they just probably chatter away for a little longer and then
he
go
is
their separate
definitely
ways.
a lot less frantic in this.
Yeah. It's nice to
setting.
see you a little less anxious,
I mean, it helps when we're not on a time limit.
Mhm.
So
I can imagine that. It seems like it would be very stressful. I hate being rushed.
especially when you have to rush to convince people of something. Like
Yeah.
trust sure don't build fast.
Especially when they're not very people. Yeah. When you're like, hey, I'm a timey-wimey lord, so
Someone's gonna die and I need your help to stop it.
and we only have like so many hours. Let's get our shit together before things rewind again. So, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. That would be a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Well, oh, you know what? Easy living. We need to talk more about that one place that you bought that one day because we could probably make a soup easy out of the, underground there.
Probably.
The taco shop.
Yeah.
The Mexican restaurant that we own, yes. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Elena owns, but
Wouldn't be a
bank
bad
owns.
idea. I think maybe
The password is
Coyote's,
blue margarita.
yeah.
Coyote's connections, I think, would be a good help with that too.
That way, Cynthia won't be mad, or Echo won't be mad about other stuff. And we could have like a private room there if people need to like meet with other people. That can be like little meeting rooms,
Mm-hmm.
But then also there
There's
could just
just
be like a bar and
a
like
severe shortage of meeting rooms for people.
yeah, we do. We really do.
You could probably reserve a meeting room at what's that place? Saint
Library.
Sebastian's.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's
That
another
would be
option.
Coyote's contacts would be at Saint Sebastian's.
Yeah. Well, we probably need like a more legit and like more underground because we don't want like normal or anything like sniffing around too much at St. Sebastian's. We want to keep them off the radar because of the good they do for the people that are not heroing it up that are soups. If that makes sense.
I suppose. I mean, I figure they are probably already under the microscope a little bit.
Probably. We probably actually need to probably keep a better watch on them as like the hero soups. Because we don't want the ones who just want to live an as normal life as
That
they
also
can.
is the problem if we needed to do superpower heroing meetings. We don't want to involve people who are not.
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't want to make them targets. I'm learning the value of compartmentalization.
That is good.
It's a useful skill.
It is. So keep your roles separate. You can still be a whole person and also have different roles. That one I worked on in therapy.
Okay, well,
It was good to see you.
thanks for the snacks.
Yeah, fist bumps.
Fist
Roxy's
bump.
gonna make fist bumps a thing. In the 50s.
Paul, if you ever need anything, we're usually
Or if you just want to kick it at the junkyard or something.
pretty amicable.
If you need like fighting lessons or something, I don't know. You probably shouldn't spar with me. I mean, I'm getting better at being gentle with like non-durable super strength people. Mostly I spar with Coyote.
I'll think about it, but
All
take
right.
it under advisement.
the offer has been noted.
All right. Sounds good. Take care of yourself.
Stay safe.
Yep. You too. And we just go out to get Sylvie and head back to the base.
Okay.
There's no one being suspicious this entire time.
Nope.
No one's trying to sneak
Besides
up on my...
us.
Yeah, well, you guys don't
We're
count.
naturally suspicious.
We're always sus. We're running around in black unitards and masks and
Yeah.
in the shadows.
Is there anything, since a couple of days had passed, is there anything that Cynthia would have liked to do?
Ugh. She's probably monitoring as much government communication as she can around like normal and whatever they're doing. Following progress with the registry. At some point she checks in with Hecate and is like gives her a rundown of what's going on. She's feeling a little like not sure what to do with this.
It's very much the calm before the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
that's
in
fair.
the eye of the storm. One of those.
I think with her spare time, she probably takes some time to see if she can find anything in Hecate's records on like the Fae. I assume not really, since Hecate was like super sus of Valkyrie when she showed up, but you never know.
Yes, honestly, the extent of what's in the records is just her knowledge of Sylvie.
Stop calling me at 3 a.m. Fair enough.
Blue is not a flavor.
There's probably a note that's like subject retorts to note with both of these.
But okay. I think with that we can take a quick break.
Okay.
And then maybe do some more montaging.
Montage.
So we'll be back here soon.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people I wanna know. If you're feeling it too, out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under streetlights right next to the skyline. With you, yeah, you. I've been listening for so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright.
I'm looking at you. I'm trying to get your attention. Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. Our hands touch once or twice, feeling kind of hypnotized. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like maybe you want this too. Give me your attention. I'm trying to breathe, but the air feels just like water. You're making me weak now. What doesn't kill you makes you. Our hands hands touch once or twice. We should let them intertwine. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second, show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down. Make you fall on.
80-foot tall wolf sitting right in front of us. You had just had a wolf inside of you, like literally inside of you, but not like in a fun way, but like in a not fun way. And
What
you
is
know,
the fun way?
No.
ask
it is-
Henry.
Oh, you're not
Okay.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
This is not that kind of campaign.
No.
You're
That's-
not playing Monster
That's for
Heart.
monsters.
Oh.
And they're just like, no, it's bags. I'm just like, cool.
And you have to say it like that too.
Bags.
That's a very Wisconsin dialect
Yep.
thing. Bags.
It's just cornhole.
Bags. Well, no,
That's-
it's like ladder golf is not ladder golf here. It's testy toss. It's different because it's from Wisconsin, and we're all drunk.
Pause.
We're all drunk while we do it.
Like, oh no, my phone. Well, looks like I only have you to talk to, Salvatore.
Is that a threat?
That's a promise.
Is it perfect?
And that is the garbage plate, which I had to look this up because I forgot everything that goes in one. I've never eaten one. The fact that I know of their existence is a curse.
Yes.
A traditional plate is your choice of cheeseburger, hamburger, Italian sausages, steak, chicken, red hots, served on top of any combination of home fries, french fries, baked beans, and/or macaroni salad, and then topped with hot sauce, sometimes also topped with optional mustard and onions. It's usually served with a slice of buttered bread.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the garbage plate.
That's
It's
gonna
a
be our
very
new
apt
ladies and
name.
gentlemen the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the garbage.
Sylvie were told by Natalie yet, but I think I'm changing the code name. I'm gonna be Magic Werewolf Man. Figured I'd go with Coyote.
Yep. You just hop a couple times.
Huh. Huh.
Nope.
Doesn't
Maybe
look
it's
like
the
it.
pose. Try a couple more.
Yes.
Huh. Whew.
Yes.
Huh.
Is Elena just watching this?
I love it.
I don't think it's
Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes, get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, make it change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make it change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. 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 Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got.
I have stabbed myself.
As one does.
When you're crafting, it happens.
All right.
It actually happens a lot when I make dice.
Those sharp edges.
So,
Just so you know, if you buy chaotic click clacks, there might actually be human blood included. I don't know.
It's
Sometimes I stab
free?
myself that bad with the with the dagger D4s. Damn dagger
No.
D4s.
okay. On that note, say probably a couple more days pass. Would all of you kind of just be hanging around the base at odd times?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Cynthia's patrolling more than usual.
Okay.
Restless energy.
Fair. Well, at some point, Henry would return to the base, with what she's been doing, and if Cynthia's not there, she would probably pull out the comm and put in a call for you to come back.
Yeah, I was about to say Sylvia would make sure she's stuck around until she came back.
For expediency's sake, let's say she's on her way back already.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah. Henry herself is a little restless, probably just pacing around the main area of the base.
Understandably.
And
We did kidnap her mom, so.
I mean, we let her go.
I mean, I guess you did.
We
take
might
her
have
to
left
secondary
some city
locations,
limits.
so
We did. We took her to third tertiary location.
Actually, yeah, we took her to 3. Yeah, that was a third location, and
You-
also like we may
Maybe
have left
we
her
don't-
handcuffed without her powers in a ditch.
you
We
brought
could
her to a
just not tell her that.
secondary location. But-
She's probably pretty pissed at us, if we're being honest.
It's fine. She'll get over it.
Doesn't
If she's
strike me as a woman
smart,
who
she
gets
will.
over things.
Will she?
Probably not.
Will she though? Yeah.
Roxy's gonna get thrown through a building, most definitely.
Joe will get thrown through too.
She'll take it on Joe just because she doesn't want to fight Roxy again. Like, that
I have
bitch
to
is
heal
scary.
both of your asses then.
No, now Joe is Roxy's spuddy, so that Iron Maiden thinks twice before attacking him. Maybe not. I don't know.
But Henry sighs once, Cynthia, you're back at the base. And she says, something's going on.
What?
I've been going around some of the same circles of like protesters and speaking with some of my contacts, and a few people have gone missing.
Protesters?
Some protesters, some protest adjacent people, only people with powers.
That's a bad sign.
Yes.
I assume you know who.
The people who've been
Was-
kidnapped?
Yeah.
I mean, I have an idea.
I was wondering if you also had an idea about time and place.
I haven't been able to gather that much information. The people who told me about it are really just friends, siblings who can tell that it's strange they haven't gone home, showed up to school or work, that kind of thing.
All right. Step one is probably finding a location that one of them was taken from. If it's in their home, if it's on the street. Give us some clues to how whoever it is, if it's not who we suspect it is immediately, is doing this, and the means through which it's happening.
Okay.
A
I don't
list of
know.
last known locations from these friends and family.
I've got some potential routes that they were taking.
You can start there.
I think one of them was had a job at a coffee shop, closing up for the night. It just never came home.
Didn't Leah work at a coffee shop?
No, I believe
Okay.
Leah was doing like
Catering.
catering.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Was that like a
She was
function?
some kind of service industry.
Restaurant, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else going to meet up with a friend. Never showed up. Grocery shopping, just go out for a walk. Little everyday things.
Okay. Sounds like we're
Poor
not dealing
things.
with the B&E kind of situation. But to be fair, it's easier to pull up next to somebody, grab them, shove them in a van. So, we find where these people are taken from. Start there, look for evidence. If we don't find it, expand our thoughts on where to look.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone has other thoughts, very open to them.
I have thoughts, but they're not related to that.
If anyone has any related thoughts, I'm very open to.
All right.
We go along the last routes. I can try and shift into a bloodhound and see if there's any scents or anything that I can pick up.
That'd be good.
Seeing as our main nose is not currently here.
Well, we make do.
Should
All right.
we interview family friends that notice they're missing?
It might help getting like a baseline familiar scent, at the very least a track.
Henry, of the people you know who knew somebody who disappeared, do you know anyone who would be more amenable to speaking to us?
I think probably quite a few of them, at least siblings and friends for sure. I could see any parents being a little more worried of association bringing more negative attention towards them, but who I spoke to, they were very obviously concerned about what was happening.
Reasonably so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also reach out to Spuds and see if he has any tracking spells.
If they do
have
not
an article of their clothing or something.
yeah, if they do not wish
That
to
could
talk
be
to us or see us, they can we can provide the drop location. They can drop off clothing, something that smells like them.
Hairbrushes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan. All right, Henry, can you set up a conversation that we could have with one of the people who knows something about this? In the meantime, I'll contact Spuds. Then we can get going, hopefully. The longer between when people are kidnapped and when we go to scenes, easier it is for things to disappear.
Is there a specific meetup point you want to use for this? Instead of trying to set one up later, if someone interested in talking, I could just bring them there right away.
I'm gonna say not the junkyard for this one.
The taco place?
Mexican restaurant.
I was thinking using that as a drop.
Sure.
Just have them drop off stuff for the owner.
Dinner's on us.
Yeah.
Let them know to use or just tell them that they have blue margaritas. The owner will know who to contact.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Any luck? See you downtown.
She'll make her exit.
Echo will go make that call.
Okay. You can reach out to Spuds. It doesn't take long for him to answer.
It's a potato phone.
Ring, 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 ring. Potato phone.
Yes.
Pop, pop, spud, spud.
Well, this is Spuds.
This is Echo. I could use your help with something.
What have you got for me?
A couple of missing persons cases. I was wondering if you had any tracking related magic in your arsenal.
I got some things I can work with.
Baseline, what would you need for it to work?
Well, if it's someone I've never met before, personal effects would be helpful. Also, photos.
Okay. When would be a reasonable time for you to get here?
I can be anywhere I like in a matter of seconds.
In that case, feel like tacos? We're meeting with a associate or friend, I don't know yet, of someone who disappeared, so if that can help you get a sense for the person who's missing.
Potentially. Just let me know where to go.
She'll give him the address. Mention, is it blue margaritas?
Yes, it is
Yes.
blue margaritas.
Okay. Mention to order the blue margarita.
There was never a blue margarita before we invented blue flavor in 1953.
Well, I mean, didn't the 50s have some pretty like weirdly colored shit?
Jello.
I don't know.
Jello.
I was thinking of the
Jell-O.
Jello.
It was the
That was
Jello,
more like
definitely the Jello.
green.
It was
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
first form of feminist protest was horrible Jellos for dinner.
Well, Spuds will say, alrighty then. Blue margaritas and feeling some potato enchiladas.
I'll see you there. And thank you.
See you soon.
She'll come out. Okay, Spuds is in. He'll meet us at the restaurant.
All right.
Fuck, I wish I could teleport. Goddamn.
You know what? That would be such a cool power.
I
I
mean,
still need to see if I can run really fast when I'm in lightning form. I think I can travel along the electricity line, the telephone lines really fast. I did try that at the thing. At the
Huh.
protest, I was going around in the electricity. What are they? The telephone? What?
wires,
The electricity wire things that
lines.
are all over.
Well, it's worth a shot, though maybe not this immediate moment.
Nah, we'll try it later at the junkyard.
Cynthia was already suited up, but if anyone else is not, she'll recommend that they
Roxy's always suited up now because she has a double.
do so.
This is who she is now. Calamity
Elena's
is who she
Probably
is.
half suited up. She doesn't have
Yeah.
like the outerwear on,
Mhm.
but the whatever iteration, shorts, pants, tights, half of it's on.
Sylvie
Mhm.
probably had like a suit, like an actual suit over her outfit, and then just like strips off the stuff
my God.
that isn't necessary.
The Superman change in the telephone.
Yes. Sylvie
Yes.
in her power suit. I'm so
It's-
here for it.
I mean, it's just the girls around right now. She doesn't even care. Like if she had to strip right now
Yeah,
to change.
I assume they've all seen each other naked at this point.
Yeah.
Coyote's not here. It's fine.
We'll scandalize his coyote eyes.
would-
To
he would
lecture us
just-
on polyamory.
He's already scandalized his ears.
That's fair.
That's true.
That's his fault for listening.
My favorite was when he gave Roxy the sex talk and she just played dumb the whole time, so we had to explain it all.
But
That was probably pretty traumatizing for him.
This poor guy.
But it was hilarious for me.
you can get all suited up and head over to the Mexican restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have said at this point you've set up like a back room, or are you just gonna be
Back
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
I'm not
We-
being
we
in the
have a
main
back
public
room.
area in costume.
Yeah, I feel like Sylvie's at least had enough meetings there that they've just defaulted to having a back room when there's blue margarita.
There's like definitely a back door that goes into storage, and we've just set up some new walls.
Do we have an entirely unnecessary moving wall or something? Yes.
Probably.
Privacy, though.
Absolutely. It's like, but I feel like it spins like those like secret like
Yes.
fucking bookcases and shit. Like
All right.
Hell yeah.
we
You
need one
can-
of those. Now we have 2 secret layers.
One has tacos.
I mean, they both. Oh, never mind.
Okay, then. Jeez.
It's
Alrighty.
Friday. I'm feeling saucy. Sorry.
Fair.
You can get into the secret back room, and Spuds is already there.
Sense.
Enjoying some chips and salsa.
Does he have a blue margarita?
He does.
Yes.
I love it.
Drinking one of the margaritas. Come in and he said, I already ordered some enchiladas for myself, so I'm sure if you
I love
want
a good
anything, you can
taco,
put it
so
in.
I'm gonna order one too.
Want to split a queso?
Yeah.
I love this for them.
I feel like whoever is in charge of drinks right now, Sylvie regularly challenges them to make the booziest blue margarita they can, just to see if it
bluest.
affects her.
Get drunk and scry on people.
For the record,
Roxy can't get drunk, sad face.
I don't think Sylvie can either, so.
Echo neither eats nor drinks on the job.
Roxy, even if she did drink on the job, it wouldn't do anything. So stupid liver regeneration.
Gotta keep that blood sugar up.
I imagine she burns a lot more energy now that she can turn into literal lightning.
But you can get, whoever wants drinks can get drinks. They bring out some queso. Spuds eventually gets his enchiladas, and you can have your tacos. And I think probably as you start eating your food is when Henry is escorted into the back room with a younger looking teenage girl who looks a little timid and uncertain. But she is a little taken aback by the crowd that's already in here.
We're just small and unassuming. Our personalities that are big, except for Valkyrie, who's very tall, and Spuds, who is probably average height.
For what it's worth, while they're eating, Echo is taken out just some small pieces of metal and is manipulating them. Hands on the table, just with her head.
Mm-hmm. Bend the spoon like Neo. Are you the one?
I'm not gonna
Cynthia's
fuck
the
up.
one.
I'm not gonna fuck up the silverware here.
Seeing people that she doesn't like in the restaurant, slightly messing with her.
She does do that. Let me tell you about how she got through society parties when she was younger.
I
All
believe
of the forks
this.
are slightly unbalanced.
Yes, and they can't figure out why. It's just enough to drive them insane.
Henry puts a hand on this girl's shoulder and it's just like, it's okay. You can have a seat. She'll nod and slowly take the seat that Henry gets for her.
Would you like some chips and queso for us to order you anything else?
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Okay.
What can we call you?
She looks around at all of you and then glances at Henry, and Henry smiles again. It's like, it's okay. You can trust them. She nods. My name's Christy.
Thank you, Christy. I'm Echo. Now, we were told that somebody you knew has disappeared.
My brother Mark, he didn't come home yesterday.
Do you know where he was?
He'd gone to the library to work on a school project first, and then had a shift at the grocery store.
Okay. Do you know when his shift started and ended?
I think it wasn't a very long one. I think it was supposed to start at 5. He would have gotten off at 10.
All right. He's been involved in the protests?
Not super extensively. I mean, he has talked to some of the other protesters, and he was very vocal about it at home.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know how much he talked to other people about it, like coworkers or his friends at school.
Okay. How old is he?
19.
College student?
Mhm.
We have been told that there's something of a pattern here. People who've been targeted have powers, usually. Is that the case here?
Yeah. Um, it's he didn't really use them a lot.
Can you tell me what they are?
He can fly.
It's a useful power. Noticeable, though. Is it publicly known that he has this power? Or does he keep it quiet?
As some of his friends might know. Um, he doesn't flaunt it, though.
A couple of the methods that we use for finding people occasionally involve personal effects of theirs. You have anything of his on hand?
And she reaches into her purse and pulls out um a hat. And we'll kind of just set it on the table. I wasn't really sure what to bring.
Will this work? She says, looking at both Valkyrie and Spud in turn.
I like just, and I know I haven't really done this previously, so I realize it might be a role. Can I shift like my nose to be more like the internal structure, more like a dog, so I can like pick up a scent?
Um, yeah, let's go ahead and do. Since you're not shifting entirely, let's go ahead and do an unleash your powers.
Oh, that would be a 9.
All right. Would you like to mark a condition, or I can tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary?
I can have at least the like structure be unstable or temporary and have to shift it back quickly.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just say it's like you've not done this before, so it's taking a lot of focus to
Yeah.
just get that to work, so you can't really do it for a long period of time. But yeah, I mean, you've been in a wolf form before, so you kind of understand how a heightened sense of smell works. And this, you're definitely picking up the scent of the person this belongs to. It's clearly different from Christy. And Spuds leans forward and says, "Is this something that he uses often?" She nods and says, pretty frequently. It's the one he wears the most. Then it should be just fine.
I think as soon as Sylvie's concentration breaks, she gives an affirmation that she has an idea. She can theoretically track this in.
All right.
Christine just looks around and is like, that's it?
Is there anyone notable that he's used his powers around?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think the most likely would be his friends. But
Do you know his friends?
I've met a couple of them.
I think she'll ask about like just generally the area that Mark would be in, the route taken from the grocery store, between the library, back home, that kind of thing. So they have an idea of what ground to cover.
Yeah, she can give you a pretty good idea of the possible routes he would take.
Awesome. Thank you, Christy. We'll do everything we can to find him.
Thank you. And Henry would probably walk her out.
Start.
Hmm?
We have a start at least that we can pursue.
Mm-hmm.
Scent, location. We should get started.
Yeah.
Echo stands from the table and unless
Two on the ground, two on the air.
Seems reasonable.
All right.
I'll
I'm
need to be
Sylvie
in
then.
a dog form.
Would
Just shifting my notes.
Just a
was not-
normal Supergirl and her Supergirl girlfriend dog.
can
Oh,
the
boy.
stag track too, or is that not a stag thing?
I can't super track. It's more of blend in
Mm-hmm.
really fast. Can occasionally
Yeah.
attack things.
Fair enough. All right.
Notice I'm eating
and-
something.
What?
Nothing. Sorry, I'm going to notice I'm eating something.
Cynthia's inclination would be to start at probably the grocery
Beginning.
store,
Yeah.
but
Let's start at grocery store and work our way back.
Void
Yeah.
snoot.
See if like there's no point in investigating the
All right,
grocery
buddy.
store if
Yeah,
can't
or,
check
like,
in.
maybe like check the route he would have taken home to the grocery store first,
Yeah,
then keep
Mhm.
crossing him off.
doing it methodically.
Okay. All right. So is it Roxy and Sylvie on the ground
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and Cynthia and Elaine in the sky? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Sylvie's in a bloodhound-esque form.
But it's got glitter.
Yeah, no, it's always got glitter.
I
Glitter
love
hound.
it.
We have not learned, or Sylvie has not learned how to totally eliminate the glitter.
She's such
But
a
why
glitter
would you?
girl at heart. We
Yeah.
just love her for that.
All right.
Got my
so-
glow girl, my glitter girl, and my shadow girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cat girl.
My telekinesis, yeah, my cat girlfriend. That's essentially Cynthia is a personality, yes.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
I'll come to you
So-
when I want affection.
She'll accept affection.
No,
Sometimes.
I know. Mostly she's okay about it, except for when she's having a bad few weeks.
Yeah. Feels like her boundaries are a little not as solid as she'd like them to be.
That disorganized attachment style is just kind of kicking in real hard right now. It's okay. We all have our days. But yeah, living with Roxy, she's probably got a lot of affection. Roxy's a touchy-feely, cuddly girlfriend. Like stroke your hair and
Oh man.
give
Fair
back
enough.
rubs type of girl.
Hell yeah.
So, on the ground. Yes, in full bloodhound form. Sylvie. Are you starting from the house and working your way back to
A
or
grocery
like
store.
near the house and
Yeah.
making your way back to the grocery store? Okay.
I think that's what we're doing.
Roxy's just watching her back because I don't think Roxy's really helpful in this.
Initially, as you're getting started, you're not. Well, you probably pick up very, very faint traces.
Old scents
Yeah,
from
an old
when
scent.
he was there.
Immediately around the house, and then it's probably when you get a couple blocks from the grocery store is where it becomes fresh. And it's well, I don't remember if you I think you investigated this the same as Watchdog did, but it's very similar to when Sarah's scent just cut off. Like the fresh scent line just ends.
Oh. Don't love that. I think Sylvie barks at the sky and then shifts. And
Spark.
The bark is just a fuck.
yeah. It starts with a bark and moves into
like
a fuck as she shifts
a
back.
howl fuck, yeah. My husky used to be able to do kind of that.
What is it?
The scent trail ends sharply. Much like Sarah's scent did when we were investigating.
Fuck. All right.
We're dealing with sword whip asshole. Not gonna be happy.
I was really hoping he was gone.
I was kind of hoping that he was hanging out in another dimension or something somewhere, like just moved on with his life.
Can we check for traces of magic?
Well, could you check for like what's the thing that you can see?
Tethers.
Oh yeah.
Well, the tethers and maybe Elaine, Easy Living could sense something maybe. I don't know why she would sense things, but she sensed the rock.
Can I check for like a tether or a broken one here?
I want to also check for tethers, I guess.
Whatever weird.
Different tethers.
I want to look into see if time and space has been messed with here.
Yeah, is that a
Stare at it really hard. I like it. Elena, one of her superpowers is just staring into the void to see.
I mean,
all of
Elena,
time and space.
if you want to roll to unleash your powers and try that, certainly
will.
can.
Let me open up my.
It has unconsciously happened before, so we can see if you can actually harness that ability.
Can I see
If
if I
she's
can do it
dissociated hard
intentionally?
enough, can you do it again? Come on, babe. I believe in your dissociation power.
Oh, man.
moves. I add freak. My freak is +2 right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
5, 6, 7.
All right. Would you like to mark a condition, or I can tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
I'll go for unstable.
Okay.
Yes.
So your vision warps in a familiar way where everything becomes yellow and you start to see the very essence of the universe.
Hell yeah.
This is why she dissociated. I just
The
imagine.
universe is
For some
yellow.
reason, Elena,
The universe is
Elena
yellow.
dropped a bunch of gummies before this, and it just can see time and
She
space.
She found some mushrooms while we were out in the woods.
Whoa, the
And-
fabric of everything is here.
You see a faint ripple basically in midair where you'd be able to gather some like the space around you has been messed with. The space.
The space and time.
The space, maybe not the time, but the space. Rewind messes with the time.
Rewind plus Elena, if we could merge their
With our powers combined.
Oh no!
They form a band.
Yes.
Called the space-time rewind.
Yes.
Perfect.
Actually, no, that's the hit single.
The Electric Light Orchestra.
It's the only one they ever made.
They were a
Because they
one-hit
didn't have
wonder.
the time or space. Okay, that's enough for me.
Yeah, so that's what you get.
Okay.
And then your vision kind of just fizzles and fades.
I'll reiterate. Everything goes yellow. I can see forever. Cliff notes, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do next, so.
So the space has been messed with here.
So there is a portal.
I love that for us.
Well, shit. We need a better way to track the sword whip guy. Maybe the wizard can help us keep time and space right if we have to go in again. I don't want to lose all that time.
Maybe he knows a way of telling us more about where the portal goes.
Did we know what the powers were of the ones that were taken?
For this one, flight.
Flight.
Flight. That just flight?
It's the only one the sister knew about.
I wonder
Not all
if there's
people
more.
have complicated powers.
Well, yeah, but like I'm just wondering why the sword whip guy would want somebody that just did flight.
It
When he can literally bend time and space. I don't think that
I don't think that if it's a power thing, they might not have been taken for a reason. It could have just be because they had powers in general. It
It
could
could
have
be they
just
want
been
lab rats.
yeah, lab rat.
in another dimension?
Parkelia was taken because on accident, so because she had the
Possibly.
thing.
Working
Allegedly.
theory. So this guy stole a meteor, and he's still around.
Mm-hmm.
But the memory of the person that he took is still around too.
My guess would be that he didn't strand Mark in another dimension. Portals would probably be a good way to get in and out. So if you want to, say, have somebody kidnapped
Yeah.
because you want to experiment on them or do something else, it's certainly a possibility here.
I feel like that's really sacrilegious. I know that like we don't have a super religion, but like to turn on your own people and kidnap them to be lab rats, I feel like that's unacceptable to me. And to like, that's wrong, and we should beat that guy
Different
up.
people have
You know that
different
superpowered people try to
ethics.
kill us all the time, right?
Yeah, but
Mhm.
like for their own reasons, not to like enslave the other people that are like them. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Well, I guess
what you're
the werewolves
saying,
did, but yeah.
But also, again, different ethics and moralities. There's a lot of people who can be swayed to do a lot of terrible things for a little bit of extra money.
If he can
This
pull
guy
it, he
doesn't
can just
strike
steal
me
it
as
from the
somebody
bank,
who,
can he?
Or not even money, just even for the
Power.
Reputation.
Some people do it
power,
for just
for fun.
yeah.
an outlet, protection in order to
Hobbies.
do it.
Reputation.
Oh, maybe he's got his brain. He had the thing with the brain, like I did. The brain wiring problems.
It could be. I wouldn't want to bet on it though.
Probably not. In our best interest to speculate on his motivations, but more so.
I wonder if
speculate
they have a power that he knows about because it could
on-
bend time and space, but it hasn't manifested yet. So he wanted to take them because he knew that they were going to have a very useful power that he needed to use in another dimension or something.
It's a possibility. I think that this guy's just kidnapping people for normal. But
Yeah, it's a possibility.
I would really love it if all of our problems could all be related for once, because I feel like that would make our to-do lists a lot easier if we could just like solve it all in one go. But I don't know if we're gonna get that lucky. Hopefully that's all his nefarious plans are. Otherwise, we have a whole nother tangent of problems. We got Fae problems, we got normal problems, we got the guys who took me problems.
That could be also related to normal. We should really
I
start
can
seeing if
only
how many of
fucking
these
hope.
strings we can tie together so we have less
To do
problems.
well.
Same amount of problems, less options.
Well, we can solve it all. One solution will solve multiple problems. Then, hopefully, in theory.
Elena, you've ended
Yeah.
up in other dimensions before on accident, right?
Yeah.
So, if you're able to see that time was disrupted, do you think that there's a way to determine more information about this portal?
I can try. Or oh, maybe Spuds can amplify abilities, so maybe he can help.
Probably a good plan. When we left, was Spuds doing anything specific?
I mean, if there was anything you would have wanted him to do.
In my head, he came with us, so I was like trying to figure out
Okay.
what happened. So
He can be with you.
all right.
We can certainly try. And he'll start doing his. Start drawing some sigils. He'll probably be like, Miss Easy Living, can you point out where exactly in space this ripple's located?
Point.
Okay. All right.
Direct. Help him direct.
Yeah. He will draw his chalk circle around the, like on the sidewalk around the area where it's kind of in the air. And pull out his magic book and say, all right, you're looking to figure out where this all connects, right?
Hopefully.
Give it a shot. If you wouldn't mind focusing for me, I can get to work.
Start doing my jujutsu kaiju, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is I do.
My
yeah.
fancy dissociation.
Okay. You can do that, and then he begins chanting, and the chalk circle on the ground lights up. I'd say probably even those of you watching can see it's almost like a trick of the light. You see a very faint shimmer of some ripple in the air and space in front of you. And Elena, I would like you to roll to unleash your powers again.
Well, that's fine. Oh, that's much better. It's a 9.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's still the same thing.
Well, since Spuds is helping you, would you like Spuds to spend a team to bump that up to a 10?
I would love Spuds to do that.
Hell yeah.
Look at us using team, guys.
I'm basically forcing you to use team.
You keep taking it away if we don't. So.
I've made it a scarce resource, and now I can use the scarce resource.
Scarcity.
Okay. Yeah, your vision goes yellow again. And you can sort of see the after effect of what was here, and it looks like it was a small space that existed sort of like in an adjacent reality that opened and closed, and then that extra space disappeared.
It's weird. I see where it opened. It opened here, went to the small space, and then
Yes. So
Okay.
there was,
so I don't know where
I'll
it
say
went.
you can tell, like, beyond the physical around you, some small space appeared, and then it connected to your current space, basically opened a doorway,
Okay.
and then that doorway closed, and this bubble, we'll call it a bubble, this bubble disappeared.
But we don't know where it went.
Correct.
That's. I want to know where it went. I don't know.
I mean, we could always try brute forcing it, but I don't know
Mm.
what effects that would have on time.
Yeah.
If you had a portal to study, do you think that would help you with further analyzing portals?
Maybe. Couldn't hurt.
You want? Are we gonna call Freya?
Yeah, probably call Freya.
I was gonna say, do you want me to brute force another portal open?
I don't really want to.
I feel like we might really be fucking with the thread, the seams of the fabric of fate if I keep just punching holes in reality.
I also don't
Yeah.
think we can afford to lose another 3 months.
No.
Well, that's probably because I punched a hole rather than it being like, a nice portal, teleportation portal, instead of just hey, look, I can run really fast at reality or hard, not fast. Maybe I can run fast.
Less
I don't know.
smashing and more taking a seam ripper to it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
organized
Like we can
precision
probably
scalpels.
force our way through that, but last time was already dangerous enough.
How did you get through reality before, Elena?
I followed the tether back.
Okay, that is
I
not the
sat
same
there
as a
and
portal.
thought really hard and concentrated and came back.
Okay.
I think that
Correct.
just got lucky.
I was gonna say, I feel like I got lucky when I did it twice, but
Does the portal have any impact on tethers that you can see?
when we go through Freya's, does it have an impact?
I don't know if Freya's ever made a portal big enough for us to test that.
She has not.
I don't know.
Freya's, you'd probably be able to gather that Freya's abilities are more suited for her own movement
Yeah.
rather than being
makes sense.
something that anyone else could utilize.
My thought was to even examine another portal of any type and see if any information could be gleaned from it.
Or what if you went through with your tether that's small? Does she only do small portals, or am I misunderstanding the intricacies, the intricateness of portals?
I don't know if other beings can utilize Freya's portals.
We've used them, haven't we?
No.
No,
Oh.
no.
At least not to other realities. I guess you're right.
I think we've had Freya just deliver shit for us.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
Freya has used the
like-
portals to move through spaces. If you're
Yeah, just
thinking
but like
about
upstairs to downstairs, right? Like
you're
I think we've done it
thinking-
before.
about the space where Joe and Sylvie had their confrontation, that was more of a
Mhm.
mental thing.
Okay.
They did not actually physically go anywhere.
Okay. No, I remember that, but I thought maybe she had portaled.
No, that was all in
No.
Sylvie's head.
Okay. Cause it's all.
But you could have Freya portal around and just see what her
Yeah,
portals
Mhm.
look like.
that's what my
Yeah.
thought was.
Can Freya open other portals that aren't her own?
I have not had her do that.
We've never asked her to do that.
Could be worth a try.
We could ask her to do that. How nearby is Freya heating my call, basically?
Yeah. I mean, if you reach
Okay.
out to her, then she can
Yeah, I will.
appear. A portal
Just-
opens, Freya jumps through.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Portal kitty.
I'll ask her if she can manipulate the portal like the rift that we're seeing for the portal, and if she can just portal around Elena for a bit.
Yeah.
So she can analyze things.
She will
My turn to do science.
Yeah.
Yes,
Freya
science.
will probably like get on your shoulder, Sylvie, and just like reach out with a paw towards wherever this rift
See.
is.
Yeah.
And her paw makes contact with something. It sort of like bounces off of it, and she gives an angry little hiss.
So guy's pissed off the fake cat on top of everything else.
Oh,
This guy is in so much trouble if he pissed off the cat.
I feel like the cat is just gonna find its own way to fuck with him.
It's
You
not
should
like
never
that.
piss off the fey cat. I really don't think that he understands who he's messing with at this point.
What is in your mouth? What are you eating?
I hope you're talking to the dog and not Guppy.
I'm talking to the dog. He went back upstairs.
Freya has found something on the ground and is chewing on it.
Yes.
Elena's chasing after the cat. What do you have?
Oh my god. Spit it out.
Give me that plastic.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are you eating plastic again, Freya?
Fucking cats. That's
It is
all.
tape that is not edible.
Monty loves to eat plastic.
Oh, my cats too. It's my favorite.
But with Freya doing her thing and Spuds' help, Elena, you can get a look at Freya's portals, and it's a similar effect to what you picked up from examining the big one, in that like a little, in some aspects, little bubble appears beyond space. It opens, she jumps inside, closes, disappears. If she's going like longer distance. For some of the more quicker ones, you can actually see there's like a little tunnel that forms behind space, where she goes in one end of the tunnel and it closes, and then she comes out the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Making progress, doing things.
Can I, when she's teleporting, can I observe and see if there's any tethers or stuff left behind by Freya? I mean, granted, that also implies that Freya has a tether, which I'm not sure she does, but
You find a trail of cat hair.
Oh my gosh, and it has glitter in
It's
it.
just well,
Oh
yeah, there's for Freya, she does not have any tethers. I will say you've probably gathered a bit of understanding about how the tethers work.
Mhm.
And at least from when you were in the other reality, it was very much connecting you to where you quote unquote belonged. And Freya, I think Freya, just by the nature of what she is, doesn't really have a solid place where she belongs. She's kind of like, I guess, between realities in a sense.
She's kind of a multi-dimensional entity.
Yeah.
But so, depending on this guy, he doesn't necessarily even have a tether, but it also might be just Freya's Freya.
Yeah.
Hard to say without observing him in action.
Yeah.
Question, and this is more directed at the GM and Freya than anyone else. Freya, can you do that memory thing you did for me with someone else if they give you consent? Because there is someone who's observed this guy in action.
That is
That's
true.
True.
yeah.
I think she gives a little she's not sure. Because she's never done it with other people's memories.
Yeah. Okay, something to test at a later date.
Yeah.
Might get us more
Everything
information.
that you've experienced was a shared memory with her, so
I could also ask Sarah if she'd let me take a look, but I don't quite have the portal sense.
Or the tether sense, so.
Or the tether sense.
I'm not sure if it would show up in a memory to begin with, but there's a
Maybe.
chance that the information is there, just not perceptible by the individual in question.
Oh, that makes sense. It's worth a shot. Other options. Can't exactly do a drive-by because I don't know technically who has him and where they'd be keeping him. If it were me, I'd move him to a black site. But
And if you have a man who can
you can put him
portal,
anywhere.
he's anywhere.
Through time and space, yeah.
Anywhere, anythen.
Yeah.
Hard to find. So finding where this portal leads is probably the best lead we've got.
What if they're from the future and normal is related to them?
The only other thing is
It's a
we could
possibility.
potentially, if he's local, and see if we track down where the other people were taken from. Maybe there's a point we can triangulate on an off chance.
Possibly. All right.
As
Where do you want
one
to
would-
start with this?
I would think he has to be observing these people at least a little bit to know their routes and know the best place to snatch them where there isn't going to be any sightings. So I think he has somewhere, or this individual has to be based somewhere to make those
Surveilling
observations.
people, following them. Or maybe he's got tech that does it for him.
Well, if we can track down his tech too, that would be more of a boon.
Be helpful.
Can find where parts are sourced from,
Mm-hmm.
You
track
can-
down buyers.
Yeah. Well, if you
For
can travel
sure.
to any point in time, it could be technology we don't even know about. Which is, I think, probably a bigger problem.
Ignore Cynthia
Ah.
over here just being like, I
I
am so turned on right now. Not by this guy, but by the idea of like technology from the future that she could steal.
I think for the moment we have no evidence of future interactions,
technosexual.
and the fact that this individual seems to be, at least especially with the portal we previously saw, working in the same rough time space as our current dimension is at. So maybe as much as you are excited, let's
We
maybe
know
not
temper.
jump to
The rest of us are all just
temporal
freaking out. Roxy's
conclusions.
standing there like dazed, like, what the fuck?
Well, we know the space part of it. Time.
Space is enough.
I don't like dealing with one or the other on their own, but like both at the same time. Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, then. Next steps.
We have at least a couple other instances that we can investigate and see what we can find.
Mm-hmm.
And see if that leads to any kind of triangulation at the very least.
All right.
Or he could be sloppy, have gotten sloppy at one of the other sites and might have left behind a clue.
Speaking of which, can I look around the area?
You can. Any rocks?
What?
Any rocks?
It rocks.
Any space rocks around here?
Oh my god. I find the meteor.
We
Oh my
did
god.
it. We don't even need it anymore. It doesn't exist in this universe.
Yup.
We already forgot about the meteor.
I just look around, see if there's anything left behind.
Maybe you find a grocery bag with a loaf of bread and a carton of milk.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, so more cases. Get Henry to talk to more people.
Yeah.
All right. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But
Add
Make
more
it work.
things to the board when we get home.
More board problems.
okay.
If you're having chalkboard problems, I feel bad for you, son.
We have 99 of them.
We have 99 of them.
They're
And-
exponentially growing.
and 45 of them are Fae. The other are normal, but not in the way you want it to
But
be.
not normal.
Nobody told normal that normal isn't a real thing.
Okay. Well, you can get started on doing some more info gathering.
Mhm.
You make some plans on how to tackle this new problem. But I think that's a good place to wrap things up tonight.
Mhm.
We
Sounds
can
good.
Jump
Yeah.
into our end of session questions.
I can go first. If nobody wants to.
Yeah, I don't have any right now.
I think that Roxy definitely grew closer to the team because she likes that her and her girlfriends are all hanging out, and even though we're solving crime, it's good bonding time. It's what we do best.
It's
So I
almost
think-
as good as us doing crime together.
Yeah. We solve crime and also do crime. We're
Yes.
multi-dimensional like that, but not in the fun way. No.
Oh my
Anyways, I would say that Roxy grew closer to Elena because she learned a little bit more about Elena, and they've spent extra time together and just had some chill time with Rewind, and just yeah. So, Elena, would you like to change my labels and my last name? No. Whose last name are we all gonna take when we all get married?
Just hyphenate all of them.
Not Sylvie's. I don't think Sylvie has a last name, to be fair.
We should
I'm
definitely have
muted.
a mobster last name.
No, we should
so-
just mush them all together.
Yeah.
Take all the letters
Ooh,
and
yes.
slap
Make
them
a new
in.
last name.
Instead of instead of hyphenating, we just
That would be a lot of hyphens.
so many hyphens.
I'm gonna move.
Evans, Diedrich, Howell, DeMarco.
Oh, we can just drop
Cynthia
it.
doesn't want that
We
in
don't
there.
want that one.
Elena's like also not that one. Also not. So we're all
Well,
Evans,
DeMarcos
Diedrich,
now.
DeMarco.
We are all
Cynthia's-
in the mafia. Welcome to the family. Sylvie was already part of it, kind of.
Honestly, I think that Cynthia would just fully steal Catherine's last name. It's like, well, I'm your formal daughter now, so
Congratulations.
First, I'm going to take your last
I've adopted
name.
you.
These are
Then
your
I'll take all my
daughter-in-laws.
girlfriend's last names too, because tonight I'm getting rid of Evans and taking every other last name that
My God.
exists. Because
Barnett,
that's how much
Dietrich,
I
Howell,
hate my
DeMarco.
dad.
Yup.
And Odin's
Um,
daughter.
I'm gonna shift Savior up
Okay.
and Superior down.
That can happen. No, it can't. Actually,
Oh, just
Superior's
kidding.
all the way down at the bottom of the totem pole.
Oops,
So
I
you-
gave you an
Oops, you got a
insecurity.
condition.
Okay, what am I feeling? Insecure because
Oh,
we're
do
all
you-
gonna get married and I'm freaking out a little.
Do you have any
Just crazy
conditions marked?
portal magic?
Yeah, that's actually probably why she's actually freaking out. Roxy doesn't have commitment issues.
Do you have any conditions marked?
No, I cleared them out last
Okay.
sesh.
I will say, I do think this is the first time Roxy's heard that Sylvie might be dying. So
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Uh-oh. Roxy is apparently picking up Elena's dissociation techniques, and she just didn't hear that. That was a selective.
well, let's. You can pick between insecure and afraid.
I'm gonna say afraid.
Okay.
It makes more sense to me because
You want to come up?
in the back of her head, it's haunting her that her girlfriend might be dying. Also, reality and shit could be
I'm
really
not
fucked
giving you a
with
chip.
if this guy keeps fucking around. So
Oh, good one.
that's makes sense. Makes sense.
They're in the fuck around era.
The find out era is not as quick, isn't it?
I have questions, and one of them is, why is he doing this? And I don't know.
Oh,
We
he's
also
so
have that
cute.
question, but look how fucking cute it is.
Just sticking one leg straight up.
Sometimes you just gotta.
I thought he
stick a
was
leg up
brushing
in the
your hair
air.
with his little toes.
You can't see mine
He was
because
also
of the
doing that
background.
sometimes, but it's more incidental.
I'm gonna grow closer to myself.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing science. I'm learning things, and I'm gonna move my freak up and my mundane down.
Okay, yeah.
I'm the science girlfriend now. Is she gonna retain any of this information? We'll find out.
Next time on Jukebox Justice, we quiz Elena on what she learned in science class. I love this.
She gets a
but-
kiss for every answer she gets right.
Yes. Oh, that's
yes.
Oh, do you want smooches too, buddy? No, no kisses for Boone.
I can go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Cynthia grew closer to the team, specifically Sylvie, because she was happy that Sylvie
Sharing.
explained things in a way that made sense.
She's sharing
so
things.
good at that. Roxy's in the background, just like affirming Sylvie and growing in her explaining skills, because before it was
Oh.
just like It kind of tastes like electricity and the mist in the air after a
I
rain.
mean, to be fair, that was blue that you were asking her to explain. So
Tastes like raspberries to me, but okay. I don't know why the raspberries are blue. I think that the Fae might have done that too.
oh, where am I?
No, it's not yours.
Oh no, kitty.
He wants
But
to
what if it was?
he wants to bite my writing implement, which is a pencil in this case.
Blondie loves doing that.
But
Oh yeah, my cats too.
I have so many pens with
Oh,
cat
she's
teeth marks in
gone. I
them.
was gonna pick her up and
I
shake
do
her.
not remember where anyone's stuff is at, so I am
Yeah,
apologizing
supposed
in
to.
advance. I think I'm gonna shift Cynthia's savior up and danger down. Is that doable?
It is not. My danger's as low as it can go.
Ah,
So
Okay.
sorry
condition.
about that.
You're
Yeah.
the superior girlfriend, and I'm the dangerous girlfriend.
None of us
Yeah.
are. Yeah, I
None
was
of
gonna
us
say,
really are embracing danger all that much.
Roxy
Do you have any
constantly,
conditions?
but Roxy's is locked.
Roxy is always dangerous.
True. On that note, I will also.
Cynthia, do you have
say-
any conditions
Oh,
marked?
sorry. I have one marked. In
Hopeless or
advance.
insecure?
I'm gonna say insecure. She's still kind of I think thinking about what Joe and Roxy said about not being able to
Let go.
let go.
Oh, poor Cynthia. She's learning that
Aw.
she has resentment issues.
And in that note, just because Cynthia did not blatantly blow up at Sylvie, I will say that Sylvie is feeling closer to the team, specifically Cynthia, and the fact that she did take Sylvie basically giving the worst news possible in regards to her situation fairly well, at least to her face.
Fun fact, occasionally when Cynthia is very overwhelmed, she kind of just emotionally shuts down and goes full logic on
Oh, I
things.
figured that, but
Cynthia, oh my god.
She
Emotionally
practices
shutting
hard-
down?
Yeah, Cynthia
Yeah.
detachment issues? Nah. We have our dissociator, our detacher. I'm not really sure what Roxy is, other than overly optimistic and sometimes unrealistic about the optimism.
Enthusiastic attachment?
Mm. I wanted to start with a D, but well, the enthusiasm or like,
Enthusiasm. Anyways,
yeah.
Determined?
let's see.
Dysfunctionally determined.
DTF attachment?
Apologies in advance if this gives you a
you're
condition.
fine.
Conditions for everyone today.
Yeah, we all feel a little bit messed up except for Elena.
I have
What?
hopeless, I think.
Oh,
I have a
good.
condition.
We're all different. I'm afraid, insecure. What's Sylvie gonna end up?
I'm gonna say mundane down, savior up.
That actually. And I'm just looking for like, because all of my notes regarding where her conditions are in my old notebook, and I'm like, I don't know if she has any conditions right now. I think she has insecure, but it's not. It's fine because she didn't get it anyway.
Okay. Well, that's that.
Also, I'm gonna take potential for the thing.
I'm taking
Yeah.
potential too.
New day, new mystery.
New day, new potentials.
Thank you
New
everyone.
potential horrors.
What other potential horrors that we have to deal with today? Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Hope you enjoyed the return of Jukebox Justice after a little bit. We will be back on Saturday with more Whispers in the Mist. And then back here next week, hopefully doing something.
Shenanigans.
Unless we get lost in time and
Shenanigans.
space.
It happens.
That
It
yeah.
does happen.
It keeps
That-
happening.
Tricky,
Fucking
that
A.
tricky time and space. Gosh.
Ugh.
Sometimes you just open a door and it leads to a different dimension. Like, what are you gonna do?
And I swear I wake up every day and it's a new day.
Leave meeting.
Bravo. We understand how temporality works. I swear.
Hope you have a good week. Get a nap, get a treat, and do something fun.
Yeah.
Do something nice for yourself and say at least 3 nice things about yourself this week. Thank you.
Yes.
That was just therapist Jenna. Sorry,
Yes.
everyone, but do that though. Or else.
Until we see you next time. Bye bye.